What if I told you there were only 5 exercises you needed to do to completely transform your shoulders? These science-backed exercises target every angle of your delts and will have you looking stronger and more defined than ever before. Are you ready for huge shoulder growth? Let's get started. Exercise 1. Overhead band press. We're starting with the most important exercise you're probably not doing, the overhead band press. This isn't just a warm-up, it's your shoulder insurance policy. Unlike traditional overhead pressing where resistance comes from gravity, the band pulls you forward, forcing your rear delts and rotator cuff to activate properly. Your shoulder joint has more freedom of movement than any other joint in your body, which means it needs proper activation before you load it. The overhead band press fires up your rotator cuff, those 4 small muscles that stabilize your shoulder during every pressing movement. Imagine confidently reaching for that heavy carry-on in the overhead bin, or effortlessly helping a friend move furniture without a twinge. This exercise builds the foundational stability that makes those everyday tasks feel easy and prevents those nagging aches that can sideline you from your favorite activities. How to perform the overhead band press. Attach resistance band at chest height. Start with arms extended overhead, fighting the forward pull. Hold for 3 seconds at the top position. Focus on activating rear delts and external rotators. Perform 2 sets of controlled reps before your main workout. Research shows that proper shoulder activation reduces injury risk by up to 60% while improving strength output in subsequent exercises. The band's forward resistance mimics the stabilization demands your shoulders face in real-world movements. Think of this as your shoulder's pre-flight checklist. Skip it, and you're asking for trouble. Master it, and you're setting the foundation for everything that follows. Exercise 2. Overhead press. Every serious shoulder program must include overhead pressing. It's the squat of upper body development. But we're not just throwing weight overhead and hoping for the best. We're using a systematic approach that builds both strength and stability. This is the strength you'll use when you're hoisting a new appliance into your truck, putting heavy boxes on a high shelf in the garage, or even just confidently lifting your grandchild for a hug. It's about building raw, usable power for life's demands. How to perform the overhead press properly. Start with barbell at shoulder height. Create full body tension from feet to fingertips. Press straight up, finishing with arms directly over shoulders. Use a descending rep scheme. 10, 8, 6, 6 reps. Add weight to each set. Don't just rely on fatigue. Now let's show you the home gym alternative, the handstand press. Face wall in handstand position. Lower head toward ground with control. Press back to start position. Add weighted vest for progression. This movement teaches your shoulders to work as a complete system. Your front delts provide the primary drive, your side delts stabilize laterally, and your rear delts and rotator cuff keep everything locked in position. It's compound movement training at its finest. Focus on the eccentric, lowering portion of each rep. Research shows that controlled eccentrics produce up to 30% more muscle growth than just focusing on the concentric portion. But strength alone isn't enough. Our next exercise ensures everything stays working properly. Exercise 3. The cable raise tricep. This is where we separate the amateurs from the pros. Most shoulder exercises, lateral raises, front raises, even overhead pressing, stop at the midline of your body. But your deltoid fibers need to be stretched to be fully developed, and cables allow us to achieve that stretch in ways dumbbells simply can't. Think about the increased range of motion you'll have for everyday tasks like reaching for something on the top shelf, comfortably putting on a jacket, or even improving your swimming stroke. This tricep isn't just about building bigger delts. It's about unlocking greater freedom of movement and keeping your shoulders feeling young and mobile. The tricep breakdown. Phase 1. Rear delt cable raise. 7 reps. Start with cable crosses in front of your body. Pull back into full shoulder extension behind your body. Feel the stretch at the bottom. Explode to the finish. This is the stretch your rear delts never get with dumbbells. Phase 2. Middle delt cable raise. 7 reps. Position yourself so the cable starts behind your back. Raise laterally from the stretched position. The cable angle creates constant tension through full range. No dead spots like traditional lateral raises. Phase 3. Front delt cable raise. 7 reps. Stand in split stance, cable starting behind your body. Raise forward from full shoulder extension. Maximum stretch equals maximum growth potential. Finish strong when you're most fatigued. Research shows that training muscles in their lengthened position produces significantly more muscle growth than training only in the shortened position. Most shoulder exercises completely ignore this powerful principle, leaving gains on the table. This means you're not just building muscle that looks good, you're building resilient, flexible shoulders that can handle the demands of an active lifestyle, reducing stiffness and improving overall comfort as you age. The progression secret. Start with the weakest muscle, rear delt. When you're fresh, progress to the middle delt, and finish with the front delt when fatigue is highest. This ensures quality reps throughout the entire triset, maximizing your effort. But building muscle is only half the equation. Real shoulder development requires explosive power training. Exercise 4. Cheat lateral to push press combo. Time to unleash your inner athlete. This exercise combines controlled cheating with explosive pressing to train your shoulders the way they actually need to work in real life, as an integrated system, not isolated parts. Whether you're swinging a golf club for that extra yardage, throwing a baseball with your son, or even just confidently handling a heavy power tool for a home improvement project, this combo builds the explosive, integrated power that translates directly to those activities. It's about being strong and dynamic when it counts. How to perform the combo. Phase 1. Cheat lateral. Use heavier dumbbells than normal lateral raises. Allow slight body momentum to initiate the movement. Focus on controlling the eccentric, lowering phase. Let your traps help. They're designed to work with your delts, 6 to 8 explosive reps per arm. Phase 2. Push press. Clean the dumbbell to shoulder position. Use your legs and hips to drive the weight overhead. Allow your entire body to contribute to the movement. Think athletic power, not isolation. 6 to 8 explosive reps per arm. Why this combo is game-changing. In real life, your shoulders never work in isolation. Whether you're throwing a football with your son, pushing a lawnmower, or even just reaching for something on a high shelf, all your muscles work together. This exercise teaches that crucial integration while building serious, usable power. It's about moving beyond isolated gym movements and training your body to perform as a cohesive unit, just like it does in everyday life and sports. When training for power, you absolutely want your traps involved. These muscles are positioned right next to your delts because they're designed to work together. Fighting against this natural synergy is counterproductive for athletic development and real-world strength. Use weights that challenge you but still allow controlled movement. If you can't control the eccentric portion, the weight is too heavy. Power training requires precision, not just maximum load. Now we finish with the exercise that should end every workout, not just shoulder day. Exercise 5. Cable face pull. We're ending with the face pull. Not because it's an afterthought, but because it's arguably the most important exercise for long-term shoulder health, posture, and preventing those nagging aches that come with age. This movement integrates your often underdeveloped rear delts with your rotator cuff in a way that directly counteracts all the forward pressing and desk work we do in modern life. This exercise is your daily defense against the dad bod posture and the aches that come with too much desk work or driving. It helps you stand taller, feel more confident, and ensures your shoulders are resilient enough for everything from a long day at the office to a weekend of yard work or playing with the grandkids without pain. How to perform the perfect face pull. Set cable at face height. Use rope attachment for optimal grip. Pull with elbows high and wide. Focus on external rotation, knuckles face backward. Think 15 sets of 1 rep instead of 1 set of 15 reps. Quality over everything. Don't think of this as a finisher you rush through. Every single rep should be perfect, controlled, and intentional. You're not training for a burn. You're training for bulletproof shoulders that will serve you well for decades. Modern life, with its endless screen time and sedentary habits, destroys our shoulder health. We sit hunched forward, we press far more than we pull, and we develop massive imbalances that lead to pain and injury. The face pull directly counteracts these problems while strengthening the most injury-prone area of your shoulder, the posterior chain. By emphasizing external rotation during the pull, you're powerfully integrating your rear delts with your rotator cuff muscles. This integration is what separates healthy, functional shoulders from injured, painful ones. It's your secret weapon against impingement and other common shoulder woes. Regular face pulls can significantly reduce the risk of common shoulder issues that plague men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, keeping you active and pain-free for years to come. Here's how to put it all together for maximum results. building shoulders that look great and feel even better. The workout structure: overhead band press, activation and joint prep. Do 2 sets of controlled reps with 3-second holds. The focus is for rotator cuff activation, shoulder stability, and preparing for heavy lifting. Overhead press, foundation of strength and mass. 4 sets, 10, 8, 6, 6 reps. Add weight each set, aiming for progressive overload. Focus, maximum strength, overall shoulder development, and building a powerful upper body. Cable raise tri-set, targeted growth and mobility. 1 round of 7-7-7, rear middle front. Focus, stretched position training for maximum hypertrophy, hitting all 3 deltoid heads and enhancing shoulder mobility. Cheat lateral to push press, functional power and athleticism. 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps each movement per arm. Focus, building explosive power, improving real-world athleticism, and integrating full body strength. Cable face pull, lifelong shoulder health and posture. 3 sets of 15 perfect reps. Focus, injury prevention, strengthening the posterior chain, improving posture, and counteracting daily imbalances. Training frequency and recovery for the mature lifter. Perform this workout 2 times per week with at least 72 hours between sessions to allow for optimal recovery and growth. Allow 48 to 72 hours before training chest or other pressing movements to avoid overtraining the shoulders. Include dedicated mobility work on off days, focusing on shoulder and thoracic spine flexibility. This is crucial for longevity. Progressive overload strategy for sustainable gains. Weeks 1 to 2. Focus relentlessly on perfect form and movement quality. Master the exercises before adding significant weight. Weeks 3 to 4. Gradually increase weights on overhead press and combo exercises. Small, consistent increases add up over time. Weeks 5 to 6. Add sets or improve time under tension. Slower eccentrics, brief pauses. Varying the stimulus keeps progress going. Weeks 7 to 8. Increase cable weights and band resistance. Don't neglect these smaller but vital movements. These 5 exercises give you everything you need for complete shoulder development that stands the test of time. They activate properly, build foundational strength, maximize growth, develop functional power, and most importantly, prevent injury. They're based on science, not fleeting trends or outdated gym lore. At the end of the day, shoulder training isn't just about looking good in a tank top, though these exercises will definitely help with that. It's about building shoulders that work properly, feel good, and support everything else you want to do in the gym, at home, and in life. Imagine playing catch with your kids without pain, confidently lifting heavy items, or simply enjoying a round of golf without shoulder discomfort. Your shoulders are involved in almost every upper body exercise you do. When they're strong, stable, and healthy, everything else improves. When they're weak or injured, everything suffers. This system is your insurance policy against shoulder problems and your blueprint for the kind of shoulder development that turns heads and lasts a lifetime. Remember that perfect shoulders aren't built in a day, but they're definitely built with the right plan and consistent effort. This is that plan. Execute it consistently, focus on quality over ego, and watch your shoulders transform into your best asset for a strong, active life. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.